私は悪の組織の幹部である。しかし、今日は休日。
Hey everyone, this is Julie and welcome to another SOFHAB Reviews. Today, I'm doing a review on the first few episodes of the new anime called Mr. Villain's Day Off, and joining me is none other than Rascal Entertainment.
Hello!
Now this comedy anime focuses on Mr. Villain, an alien enemy of the Rangers, yes we said Rangers, who vows to destroy the world, but on its days off he frequently visits Earth to enjoy the few good things it has to offer. Sweets, sunshine, and pandas.
Yeah.
But
and before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get updates on SOFHAB Reviews, Netflix, as well as many other videos.
Yes, thank you. Be sure to visit Rascal Entertainment's channel as well. It's awesome, and thank you for joining us again. We love having you here.
Thank you.
Now, this particular anime is based on a manga written by Yuu Morikawa, published by Square Enix in Japan and Square Enix Manga and Books in the US, and it has 6 volumes. Currently the anime itself has 9. We're not sure how many is going to get in full, but we've watched 6 so far.
Right.
6 or 7 so far.
Yeah, so we're almost caught up as of this video. And this is actually something we hadn't even heard of. It just came up one day, decided to add in, so let's see how it is. And it's supposed to be a comedy. And it's, I guess, more than comedy, it's more of slice of life. It's surprisingly calm for a concept like this. It's almost like you're watching Polar Bear's Cafe.
Yes, and the invasion definitely is being delayed on his part because all he does is eat, sleep, and go to the zoo.
Yes.
And hangs out at the convenience store buying goodies. That's
Yes.
all he does.
Yes.
So he is Warumono-san. I think I got it right.
I think so.
And so far it hasn't been dubbed, so you have to watch it subbed. And then, as we mentioned, he's going up against the Rangers. The Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, Pink Ranger,
Yellow
Black
Ranger.
Yeah.
So yes, they do have their own alternate universe version of Power Rangers, only they just call them the Rangers. And the villain is supposed to be the parody of all those monsters you see come through a portal from another dimension in the live action version of Power Rangers. And for here, it sort of just focuses on the villain, but when he's not trying to invade and destroy the world. Because almost every episode, he's talking about he's gonna destroy humanity, invade, wipe them out, take over the planet. And on their own planet, which is doing perfectly fine, just so you know. And he keeps finding excuses to not just end the world within 24 hours. He likes the desserts they have there and wants the other ones they have. Then he really loves the pandas and wants to at least spare them from being destroyed. And then he likes certain people that aren't irritating to him. It's absolutely hilarious that he finds reasons to not blow up the earth sooner.
Now, what's funny is, well, first Crunchyroll has licensed the series exclusively, so that's where you can see it. And when you see the picture of him, his ears are covered, his eyes are covered. All you see really is his mouth. You don't even see his nose.
Right.
So, to me, he looks like, well, he's got elf ears. And I told you, who did he look like to me?
Not Yami. It was another character from another anime. They were trying to base it off of him. It's just an alien version.
And he has green hair. And he looks human when you take a first glance at him because the majority of his head and face are covered
I remember.
up.
It was one of the bad guys from Licorice Recoil.
Yes. That's who he looks like. The bad guy.
Yeah.
The bad guy. The crazy
bad
one
guy.
now that wants to
Destroy them,
Yes.
yeah.
And if you haven't seen the anime itself, the opening theme song is Yuho by Ivudo, and the ending theme song is Kyosuku Juden, performed by Rascal. And actually, the opening and ending music is really good.
Yeah, I say that definitely fits. And then the in-between music is just the most relaxing music and fun time. It's like very confused on what I'm trying to tell you.
And as you said, you reminded so much of Polar Bear's Cafe, because in that first episode, it's all about the pandas. All about the pandas. That's it.
That's it, yep.
And the titles for each episode will give you an idea of just how crazy and surreal this anime is. The first episode is called Even We Need Some Healing Too.
Okay.
The second episode is called Earth is Formidable Indeed.
Yes, with just pandas.
The third is called The Fiends of Winter.
Yes, they're just cold.
Yes. And the fourth is when spring comes to town.
Where it's just still cold and you have cherry blossoms.
Number 5 is Magical Girl in Distress. And yes, there is a magical girl.
Yes, the Pink Ranger comes in.
Number 6 is Those Who Wish in Summer.
And that one we haven't seen yet.
A Panda Full Weekends, number 7.
Oh, no.
Gifts in the Season of White. And the last episode to air is The Way of Desire.
Yeah.
So none of these titles make any sense when you hear them.
No, they never do.
They just kind of give you a little indication of what might be encountered during the episode.
And in case you're wondering, the heroes are just as inept as the villain. Yes, they fight each other, and the Rangers do succeed in keeping the world from being destroyed, but only because the villain decided he doesn't want to destroy it right now. And the Rangers can't really function being in modern life that well. I mean, they're kind of slacky. One of them doesn't know direction to the train station. They can't cook food in the microwave right. One's trying to do dating while also being the superhero without showing their identity. It's like they have some lies they can't get straight when they're not being the superhero. And it's like, yeah, they got problems too.
Now, if you watch the first episode only, you'll be hooked and want to return. In the first episode, we're introduced to Mr. Villain, and then you get to see him go about his day in a game. He doesn't do anything but eat, visit pandas, and go to the convenience store. Mm-hmm. Well, he looks like he finds these 2 lost children who come up to him and say they're lost. Well, first, they ask him for ice cream. And he's like, you shouldn't be asking strangers for ice cream. What flavor do you want? And he gets them these cones, and they're all excited. Then he says, okay, I'm going to take you to the lost children's area so that you can be reunited with your parents. You shouldn't talk to strangers. You shouldn't take food for strangers. Yet he's talking to them and giving them food.
Right.
And then so he ends up hugging them because they actually hug him. He goes inside. Spoiler alert. So if you don't want to hear it, fast forward.
Yeah.
When he leaves, you find out they're actually adults pretending to be children.
Oh gosh, that
And they come in contact with the head of the Rangers, and they're like, he's surprisingly nice.
For a villain.
Yeah.
This is not what we expected.
And what's funny is, in other episodes that we've watched so far, he does this yet again with other children.
Right.
So, he's a kind villain who seems to be only mean to his employees, his lackeys, his peons. He seems to be mean to them, but he's not mean to other humans. And to humans. And he's not mean to children. So go figure.
And I think it's funny. We're living in a current time period where you really don't have so many big real villains anymore. They're kind of just misunderstood, or they reform at the end, or they're never able to begin with. There's some excuse where they can't just be an all-out villain. But I can say, for at least for anime, you have a bunch of villains that are villains in different ways. And this will be one of the few times you're okay with this guy not being a complete villain. Because as much as he rants and raves, he's going to destroy the planet, end it all, rule the world, blah, blah, blah. He does very little to achieve that. He fights the Rangers, has a day off. Fights the Rangers, has a day off. Fight the Rangers, have a day off. That's why the world probably doesn't do anything about it. They're just kind of like, oh, we're at it again. And they just aren't even, like, impressed anymore. Just like, this is going to keep going, isn't it?
He's got more days off than he works, for sure. And you see in one episode that's absolutely particularly hilarious. He goes to the zoo. And he wants to see the panda move. He takes like 1 billion pictures. Yeah. The battery wears out on the camera. He takes so many pictures. And there's this little boy in front of him who ends up standing next to him. And they both are waiting for the panda to move. They wait all day. The sun is almost going down. The panda finally moves. And then they fist bump. And they're happy because they got to see the panda move. It's like, is this guy really a villain?
Yes, this is a formidable foe yet. Pandas.
And what was so funny when we first started watching, Rascal said, I sure hope this isn't like Polar Bear's Cafe. I sure hope because it's not in love with Panda.
Yeah, because Mr. Han, I think, was a little too into pandas, and now if you've seen the show, it's just like it went from being hilarious to, okay, I think he's got some deeper set issues, but it's just,
and then at the end you found out it was true, and that's how it ends, and you're like, oh my gosh, he's gonna date the panda.
Yeah,
my
he
God.
loves
And the
pandas.
panda's parents are fine with it. Oh my goodness.
Because
What the
well,
heck?
because okay, as long as you just finally dating somebody, it's it's fine.
So I don't know if that's how this is going to turn out, but we hope it stays in the humorous range of just surreal, slice of life, funny, nonsensical episodes, because that's what this show really is.
Yes, absolutely.
And I have seen so much fan art of Mr. Villain online.
Yeah.
And it's really popular. It's got its own fan base. Whenever it's come up on Twix, I see these posts have like 5-digit likes, 50,000, 60,000 likes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely got a fan base.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you happen to be one of those fans, or you've seen Mr. Villain's Day Off, let us know what you think in the comments below. As we mentioned, usually it's covered as a first impression on my channel, SOFHAB, and then we'll do a full review once we complete the season on our Pause Animation channel.
Right.
So be sure to look for that. And if you haven't seen it, again, it's available exclusively on Crunchyroll's stream.
Right. And be sure to like, subscribe, click notification bells on updates for SOFHAB reviews, hacks, and more videos.
Yes, and thank you so much for joining us, for subscribing, and for sharing this video. It really means a lot, and it helps out my channel oh so much. So thank you.
Yes.
And thank you for visiting again. Visit Rascal Entertainments. There's so much to see, so much to watch, so many questions she asks. Have fun. Over 1,000 videos. You won't be bored.
Yes.
So thanks so much for watching.
I'm Rascal.
And I'm Julie.
Have a fantastic day.
Continue to be happy, healthy, whole, and wonderful. See you next time.
今日はレンジャーたちとも決して争いはしない。そう、なぜなら今日は休日なのだから。